Hey y'all, it's me, Jocasta Lester. In this video, I want to discuss with you what the spec discussion is for me. Okay, it's the identification of the pageantry. It's the identification of these strongly distinct types that are highly opposed but can coexist. So, like the oil and the water. Okay, the strongly passionate types. When people are SML, when I am 2X, look, when I see my boss, is he okay? Oh, okay. When people are SML, when I'm 2X or whatever size, it's not, when I'm off spec, okay? And people that are on spec are within my space. I'm telling you, the people that they're off spec too, okay? If you come to my face and you've been identified, I've seen your person, I treat it as this. I treat it as though you're an enemy of sorts, but you're just that opposed type. It's like a polarization of sorts. It's like, okay, there's the North and the South, okay? Some of us exist as South, some of us exist as North, and some of us are North and some are South. When it comes to my situation, I'm going to be my personal North, okay? And everyone else is my South. So that all of these SML types that are already there when I'm not, I'm like, they done left me, child. So they're South for me. But technically, I was South because I wasn't on spec, right? So once I reorient and once I become more northward, then I find that these types, we'd repel each other. We already repel each other anyway when I'm not on spec. But furthermore, they will probably be given to joining with me and such. But I'm like, no, we're going to repel each other, but I'm going to treat them as what I call noble gases. They're people that they're really strongly passionate about something or several things. And some of us, we have some passion, but we're not as strongly given to doing the work as they are. So that, let's say somebody is a good singer, they're a good dancer, they do a lot of things well. They are given to like, I love this with my life. I love this, right? Some of us, we love it. We like it. We do it. But we like it in kinship. We like it with friends around. We do it with friends that we like. But we got a lot of stuff we want to do, and it's not that big for that thing. So that this person would have, if they had a celebrity that they were into, they'd have the posters, they'd have their Right On magazines, they'd have their Vibe magazines, they'd have their XXL, they'd have their Esquire, they'd have any cover that they've been on because they like that person. Me, I may have a Vibe magazine with them as like a square on the bottom that I used to have back in the 90s. But I'm not that passionate about it. You feel me? So with that said, and there's nothing wrong with having a passion about a thing that you like to do. Okay? What I'm saying to you is the noble gases, they're more of the music theorists where we just, tickle the piano a little bit. You get it? And they're so strongly grounded in something that it can be off-putting for some. Not all. So I treat it as though, okay, they're the noble gases. So they're a self-contained unit having a nucleus, which is given to being positive and neutral, so positive, and a following of sorts of electrons, negative, but they don't bond with anything. They're just their group. Their unit is that, so that you're either going to be in their unit or you're not. And in this situation, it's so polarized in mine where I'm like, oh, okay, they're noble gases to me. So they're southward. They're just going to be that. And these are the ones that were on spec when I was off. When I move into being on spec and they remain on spec, okay, they're noble. To me, their alliances will intensify from my perspective. This is just hypothetical. But it's like, all right, electrons are given to being negative. And when I was off spec, these enemies that compass us about, they have a negative way. So then I'm like, okay, I don't like these people. But they must be their electrons. They haven't come together as an element yet. Once they understand that they exist nobly, they aren't to bond. They coexist in a space with other like atoms. then they would understand, or rather, they would understand that they don't have to bond. They're not given to bonding. They're just not that type of Adam. So, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. And you guys take care. Me, I'm doing 10 in tungsten. I do it based on my own numbers. I do it based on, some things that I thought about. Okay. So I gave it some thought when it came to like my numbers. I have 3 numbers that I like to kind of use to do stuff. 7 as my favorite number, 10 as my second favorite, and 5. 7 because I have a 7-letter name and I like number 7. 10 because it's easy to do math with, and 5 because it's easy to do math with. So I just use the numbers to kind of align myself with certain things and keep myself kind of centered about certain ways. So anyway, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. Thank you for watching my video. I said all of that to say this. There are people that after I'm finished with this little spec discussion, it falls into place. It's a way of organizing people so that they make sense to me again. Because I'm like, this stuff is wild. Like, I don't know why all these people are strange like this, but I can't take this. So y'all take care. Thank you for watching.